Greetings to all my fellow watch enthusiasts on YouTube and Facebook and wherever else this video might be seen and shared. Celine Driver once again bringing you another unboxing and review of a watch that is mine. And yes, as you saw from the title, it is another addition to my Zelos collection. Right here. It is a beautiful watch. It is a second generation of the Thresher line, a lineup that was one of my favorites. I've alternately owned all the Threshers of the first generation, except for the black one. I still own currently two Threshers of the first generation. I own a blue one, and I own one of the two bronze prototypes, which I happened onto, and I was very grateful for that. That watch was a combination of dive watch and GMT. The bezel did double duty as a GMT bezel and a diver bezel. The second generation is a little bit different, and I will demonstrate that by showing it to you. By the way, before we get started in that, shout out to my friend Random Rob for his latest addition to his coin collection. This is the Doxa coin. He calls it the Doxa Bro coin. As you can see, it is a very, very accurate representation of a Doxa a Doxa diver with the professional colorway. That's the orange colorway. Really big, beefy coin. It's shaped like a Doxa watch, and got that one in recently, and was very excited to get a hold of it. As you can see, this has the Zelos metal card. This is number 31. 31 of 300. So there are plenty of these available. In fact, as I make this video, this watch is not sold out. Now, you can check the Zelos website to see. But there is still availability last time I checked the website. And inside the watch roll that Zelos is still using, we have, if I can get it out of there, the Zelos second generation Thresher with the Aventurine dial. You got to zoom in on that dial. It is gorgeous. Beautiful Aventurine. Now, this watch does not make any pretensions to be a dive watch at this point. It does have a 200-meter water resistance, so it is diveable if you want it to be, but it does not have the dive bezel that the first generation Thresher had, or has. It instead has a 48-click city representing different time zone scale. As you can see, I've got it pointed to New York at the 12 o'clock position, which is basically Eastern Standard Time where I am in the United States. Of course, you have Denver representing Central Time, Los Angeles representing Pacific Time, Hawaii, and over here on this side you have London or GMT time, etc., etc. I have my GMT needle set to Venice, which is 6 hours ahead of Eastern Time. Or is it 5 hours? I can never keep that straight with the silliness that we do with daylight savings time. But all my GMTs, I have several GMT watches, and all of them are pointed now to Venice, Italy. That is in tribute to my late father and my mother, whose favorite place in the entire world, other than where they live, is Venice. They have a very deep connection to Venice and Murano, Italy. And after having recently traveled there myself, I set all my GMT watches to Venice time zone. So right now, it's a little before 2100 hours in Venice, which is 21 minus 12 is 8. So almost 8 o'clock in Venice, which is 5 hours ahead of me, which is almost 3 o'clock here. The watch is all titanium bracelet. I think the clasp, I'm not sure. I think the clasp is also titanium. About 90% sure it is. Titanium bracelet in the standard H-beam pattern. The removable links are secured with screws. They have Loctite on them, so they work pretty well in terms of being secure. Screw down crown, signed screw down crown at the 4 o'clock, which disengages with a very audible and tactile pop. The movement is hackable, as you can see. The first position jumps the hour hand, as you can see, and you can drive the date backwards and forwards. So this is a very, very good traveling GMT. And of course, the second position is your time setting position, which all the hands will move as one. So what I do is I always set the watch via the GMT first, and then I back the hour hand off independently to the local time. So I would set it, for example, to 8 o'clock Venice time, like it is now, and then set the jumping hour hand or the independently moving hour hand to local time with the quick set function. Date window is very subtly placed at the 6 o'clock, and that Aventurine dial and Aventurine insert on the bezel look fantastic. You have an exhibition case back with a custom rotor that works with that Miyota movement. I believe it's a 9039. For some reason, I didn't write that down. I don't know. I think it's a 9039. If I'm wrong, I'll correct it in the description. Integrated link at the top with quick release spring bars. So if you want to put this thing on a strap, you'll have to have a strap with spring bars, but most straps in leather or rubber come with spring bars preloaded. I'll give you a wrist shot real quick. On my 7 1/4 inch wrist, this watch fits fine. It's just about the perfect size for a vast majority of wrists out there. Very short lugs, making for a very short lug to lug width, as you can see on the down the barrel shot, on the overhead shot. It fits my 7 1/4 inches beautifully. It is a 48 millimeter diameter case. 41 millimeter diameter case. 47 millimeter on the tip. If this thing was a 48 millimeter, that would be ridiculous. 12.7 millimeters thick. 20 millimeter lug. Flat sapphire crystals. It's a boxed but flat sapphire crystal on top, sapphire crystal on the bottom. As I said, it's a 48 millimeter bidirectional bezel. And it is Aventurine insert with an epoxy coating to protect the Aventurine, because as we know, Aventurine is a bit on the fragile side. 200-meter water resistance, as I said. It is a swimmable watch. You can take it underwater. If you screw the crown down, these seals should handle it very nicely. Let's see. Titanium bracelet, titanium case, titanium bezel. It's very lightweight. It's extremely comfortable to wear. It is a fantastic travel watch. I'm sure on upcoming trips that I'm going to be taking, this watch will absolutely be joining me because it's a very comfortable watch to wear. It can work in almost any setting outside of like a formal dinner party. And even then, I wouldn't be ashamed to wear it because Zelos, you know. Elshin hit another home run with this watch. I think this is an excellent follow-up to the original Thresher line. The big knock about the original Thresher is it was a big, beefy watch and a little bit more big and beefy than it needed to be because it tried to be both a GMT and a diver, and it succeeded in both, in my humble opinion, and looked fantastic. But a lot of people were saying at the time, hey, you're making a ton of dive watches, but you haven't really done GMT very well. Maybe you missed the boat on that. So not only did Elshin listen, but he made not only a GMT watch, but a world timer GMT with a, if you want to call it a traveler's jumping hour hand or however you want to describe it. It works. It works beautifully, and great job. Beautifully done. And highly recommend. And I believe the watches are still available. So it's rare that the Aventurine watches that Zelos makes don't sell out almost immediately. But he made 300 of them. So there's good supply out there if you're wanting to take advantage. And I believe the price is under $700. But check the website. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it to be useful, entertaining, informative. If you did, please click that thumbs up button for me. That does help with the YouTube search algorithm, helps bring people to the channel, and that is a good thing. Comments, questions, suggestions down below. I do read them all. I do respond to them all. However, if you're going to try to troll me, you are going to try to insult me, or you're going to leave links to bad places on the internet, I'm going to simply delete the comment and block the commenter. If you're new to the channel, of course, welcome. I'm glad you found this channel. I don't think there's a website out there that is a better source of all things informational Zelos than mine. That's for others to decide, but I've made it a big effort to try and be a highly, highly useful Zelos information source. And I hope you will subscribe to the channel if you're new, or if you are a repeat customer but you have not subscribed, please do so. Don't forget to click the bell icon too, so that when I upload new material, you will be alerted. And as I always say at the end of my videos, it is a crazy old world out there. It is not getting any less crazy, so please be careful out there. Stay safe, be well. See you soon.